Hello, this is Joel from Nerdzilla, the podcast made by nerds for nerds. I am in Melbourne for Oz Comic Con, and with me is Samuel Anderson, who played Danny Pink in Doctor Who. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing? Hello.
Now, tell me, how did you get the role?
I auditioned for it pretty much like I turned my phone off. You've kept yours on.
Have I?
This is going out live on Facebook.
Oh, no, that's Carmela, my beautiful assistant, I'm afraid, who's pinging and dinging in the background.
It was ringing a bell. Excuse me.
Now, look, you and Carmela met last night, apparently, I'm told.
Wow.
When did you meet? You were talking like old friends out there.
We are not that old.
So, at least 40 minutes ago. So, tell me about the process.
It was just a normal audition, and it was a very short process considering the size of the job. It was 2 auditions, which is rare. Normally, for a part of this magnitude, you'd expect to do at least 3 or 4.
Was there a great deal of secrecy around it?
Massive. As far as I knew, I was only doing 1 episode, and the character may reoccur, they said.
So when did you find out that you were going to be a major part of the story?
I text Jenna to say I'll see you on set. I knew Jenna from before, and she kind of flipped out and was like, "Okay, your life's about to change, mate."
How much has your life changed? I mean, you're already a well-known actor. I mean, you're on Emmerdale. So how much did your life change with Doctor Who?
I wasn't that well known. I'm not that well known now, but I get to meet loads of people now. What was the phrase? I just had a beautiful phrase. People I would have just normally passed in the street, now I get to stop and meet.
That's very nice. That's very sweet.
So yeah, I've been meeting thousands of people that would have just been strangers otherwise. Ringing that bell.
Now you are a companion's companion in this.
That's the phrase I use.
There has been those before, and they've been considerably duller than your character ended up being.
You took the words.
Did you have any trepidation about what the character was going to be like? Whether there was going to be some meat to get your teeth into?
No, I had no idea. I had no idea how big the show was and what it entailed, and that was probably for the best because I might have bottled it otherwise.
So how was the first day on set, first rocking up?
First morning the first morning was actually my first scene, which is a rarity. It was cold, a nice cold Saturday morning in Wales, but I was so ready to go. I was so happy to have a job. It was brilliant. And
did they throw you straight into TARDIS and weirdness, or is it more set at the school?
The very first time you see me is the very first scene we filmed.
So you got to do some normal human stuff before you went all Gallifreyan.
I pretty much did all normal human stuff all the way through. I was kind of the normal human kind of guy. And again, I hadn't really seen it too much. I kind of got into it as I was watching it, and it was like, oh, okay. Some of these characters are larger than life. I've just been playing it dead straight. It was like, right, I've got to stick to that now.
Well, I think that's actually what makes the character work, is that you are a very real character, where the Doctor is so over the top.
Yeah, I think there's a nice balance there.
How was Capaldi to deal with?
He's a sweetheart, man. He's such a top dude. He's so gentle and friendly and lovely.
And yet he's such a kind of capricious doctor. And, when you have...
I know, and he's not, I mean, he's well known for, like, the Malcolm Tucker character and stuff back home. Is that the name? Yeah,
Malcolm Tucker, the swearingest character on television.
I never heard Peter swear in real life.
I can't believe there's an actor who doesn't swear in real life.
I can't recall. I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't swear. I'm just saying I didn't hear him swear. Even when he got even when I was going to swear then, even when the crap hit the fan, and he probably should have sworn, he didn't.
How's the geekosphere treated you?
the geekosphere.
Like there's this enormous following of people like me who love Doctor Who and tweet about it and write about it. And
It's been great. You get a couple of haters, but hey ho. It's been brilliant. They've been treating me lovely. I'm here on the other side of the world. They couldn't treat me any better.
Have you done many conventions like this yet?
I've just started getting into them. I've done a few, and I'm getting good at them. Can you get good at them?
You can.
Yeah.
You can. You see the people who've done them a lot, and they have a really lovely manner with the fans, and make each fan feel welcome, and yet get them to move on after 2 minutes.
Oh no, I'm terrible in that. I stay and have a party. I'm there rattling on. I did a couple in the Chicago TARDIS is just a Doctor Who one. They were asking like, Sam, please, you have to like hurry up kind of vibe. It's like, don't worry, I know we're on a timetable, but we're all in the hotel for the weekend. I'll stay here.
And what are Doctor Who fans like by and large?
Crazy, and it's bizarre because everywhere I've been in the world, it's been the same kind of vibe. It's like they're like a bunch of apples that haven't fallen far from the tree.
What is the tree like that they haven't fallen far from?
The Doctor Who tree, but they're all sweet and shiny and lovely.
Full of worms.
The camera lady speaking. Correct.
Now, are you ready?
Easy line, isn't it?
Are you ready for your lightning round?
Let's go.
So 10 questions in less than a minute. Just throw out the answers as they come to you. What is your favourite ever episode of Doctor Who?
Listen.
Why?
Because it's scary about having a monster. It's all about the inner demons.
Who's a better kisser, you or Jenna Coleman?
I don't kiss and tell.
Where would you take the TARDIS given a chance?
New York, Harlem, 1940s, jazz.
Anyone in particular you'd want to go and see?
Charlie Parker, Fats Waller, Louis Armstrong, to name a few. Thelonious Monk, Miles Davis, Eddie Lockjaw Davis, Billie Holiday, Betty Carter, Sarah Vaughan. The list goes on.
What's the strangest thing a fan has ever said to you? Which monster would you like to be out of Doctor Who?
I've been a Cyberman. It doesn't get any better. Sorry, the rest of you monsters.
What is great about the Cybermen? Why are they better?
They're the bad guys. They're the real bad guys. They just destroy anyone and everyone.
Who has the best nickname on set?
Ooh. I can't remember. Pass.
What's the most ridiculous line you've had to say in Doctor Who?
I had some good ones. We're slowing down on this quick fire. This is like slow fire. I don't know, but I did love saying, "Look at you, miserable lot."
And if you could travel back in time to your 14-year-old self, what advice would you give to him?
Run. Run!
What did 14-year-old Samuel Anderson have to run from?
Run!
Samuel, thank you so much for being on Nerdzilla today.
Thank you for having me.